So, the last Driveclub video went down really well, so I'm assuming you guys want more, so what we're going to go ahead is do some more. So if you guys didn't already know, Driveclub got loads of new DLC, basically. If you guys didn't already know, Driveclub actually has a VR counterpart, and in that VR counterpart, there's loads of tracks. All those tracks that are in the VR game now got added to the main game as kind of the last update, the last DLC pack, whatever you want to call it, and that's what we're going to go ahead and play today. Now, in the last episode, we went to the Japanese tracks and went through all those, but today, we're going to go to Canada, more specifically Vancouver, because you guys wanted me to. In the comments of the last episode, there was a lot of comments saying you should try the Canada track. It's really cool, and as you can see, there's a lot of variations and it genuinely looks really awesome. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and do the number one first, and then we'll go ahead and try the other variants in different cars, and we'll just see what it's like, because obviously this is the kind of the last hurrah for Driveclub. After this, it's kind of done and over with, really, and there's not really much else to do. And it's really sad because, again, like I said in the first video, I really like Driveclub. Driveclub is a really good game, so it's kind of sad to see it disappear like this. But anyway, we're going to go ahead, get into the first track. Now, as you can see, we're not going to do it in the dark again. That's what we did in the last episode. We'll go ahead and set it to sunset, and we are going to use that 458 you can see in the background. Essentially, I don't know, I just have recently, for some reason, I've really fallen in love with the 458 and a lot of Ferraris generally, and I kind of just want to use it in Driveclub because Driveclub has some of the best physics in racing games. Period. But anyway, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get straight into it and see what Vancouver's all about. Okay, so here we go. We're actually in the track now. It's kind of giving us that preview, and holy shit, that looks absolutely gorgeous. Obviously, you've got the skyline in the background, but that is so detailed and that looks so goddamn nice. Right, but obviously, you guys are here for the racing, as am I. So we're going to go ahead and see what this is like. Now, Driveclub is honestly one of the very few games where I actually perform better using the cockpit view. So we're going to... What are you doing, F50? Please stop. The AI are very like ruthless in this game. That is a common trend you'll find. But anyway, back to what I was saying. The cockpit view is like... For some reason in this game, I perform better in the cockpit view than I do in third person view, and I don't really have that in a lot of games. I'm always using third person, I'm usually using third person far or close, and I always just end up not doing like as well for some reason in that view. I don't know, it's weird, it's absolutely weird. This track is so intricate as well, and the attention to detail, like, I'm just looking around and there is really like such attention to detail, like in the buildings, and that's a corner. How did I forget that was just a fucking corner? I'm just how? No, this is sick. I love how the last thing they did with this game was add city tracks. Like, it could have been anything, but it was city tracks. And for some reason, like deep down, it reminds me of PGR. It reminds me of PGR 3 in a very good way. And I absolutely love PGR. But it reminds me, like, it genuinely feels like I'm playing PGR all over again. I think that's the best way to explain Driveclub, to be honest. Like a modern day PGR. I'm pretty sure some of the developers worked on the PGR games, and you can definitely tell. Like, that's the only way you can really explain it, is Driveclub is the modern day PGR. And for those who don't know, PGR was like Xbox exclusive from the original Xbox to the Xbox 360, and then I'm pretty sure the developers got canned. Some of them were working on Horizon, and I'm pretty sure some of them were working on this, obviously a bit later on down the line. And yeah, that's why I was kind of mentioning it, because that's what it feels like. Not to mention the 458's interior is absolutely gorgeous, and obviously it looks fucking phenomenal on Driveclub. You really wouldn't think it would make that much difference between the consoles, and to be honest, there's not really much difference between this and Forza in terms of looks. But you can definitely tell this looks better, and I don't know what they've done with the PS4, because honestly, like I said, the PS4 isn't that much like better in terms of specs, but this just looks absolutely ridiculous. How much I would die to own one of these. Like, I don't think you understand. Obviously, I like my Japanese stuff, and I like a lot of my European stuff in terms of like E30s and all that kind of jazz, but sometimes you do, like, I would die to have a 458 or like a Murcielago or something like that. But anyway, I'll continue my little rant afterwards. And that was the first kind of variation of that Vancouver track. We're going to go ahead and try, I think 2 or 3 next. We'll have a look. And we're going to go ahead and see what that's like. And hopefully it's a bit different. Hopefully it's a bit different. So I will see you guys in the next race. So we are going to go ahead and do the second variation of the track. We're just going to mix it up a bit. That's the only reason why. And we're also going to go ahead and change the car. Now, obviously, Driveclub, it's not really like tuner based. It's kind of very exotic based and all that kind of stuff. So I think I'm going to spend 2 minutes looking through the car list. And I'll come back and then obviously show you guys what I've picked. You know what? I've actually got a lot to say about this car. We're gonna go with the Exige. I've got a lot to say about this car, and I've actually, like, recently, I had the opportunity to go to a dealership around me, like a Lotus dealership, and I've got a lot to say about this car, so I think this is a good opportunity to let it all out. Now, obviously, we can pick the colours. We've got blue, we've got red, we've got yellow, but I think I was really liking that yellow. For some reason, I feel like the yellow really suits the Exige. So we're going to go ahead and pick that, go straight into the second variation of the track, and see what's going down. Okay, so as I said, I've got a lot to say about this car. Recently, like I said, I had the opportunity to go to a Lotus dealership near me, and I had the opportunity to sit in a load of Lotuses. And when you actually sit in one, it's so different to what it looks like on games, and the presence in person is so much different compared to what you think it would be. And honestly, in my opinion, Lotuses are really underrated. I don't know, there's just something about the presence to me which people don't realize about these cars. Like, I'm pretty sure this car, like the Exige, all the Exiges made are made by hand. I'm pretty sure Lotus make most of their cars, if not all of their cars, by hand. These are handmade automobiles. They make it with their bare fucking hands. Like, I don't know, there's something about that. There's something about that which just gets to me. Someone out somewhere in England has made this with their hands. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Maybe it is just me, I don't know. But there's just something about this Exige which just really gets me. And the Evora as well. The Evora is fucking awesome. Again, it's so sad to see this go. It's so sad to see Driveclub go. Like, again, I haven't played it in a while. The last time I played it would have been these last few videos, which I'm recording in bulk. It's just sad. It's just so sad. Okay, so now since we've gone ahead and done one kind of like sunset track, we did one in broad daylight, now we're going to go ahead and do one in the night time. So we're going to go ahead and make it clear at night, and now I need to go ahead and pick another car. Right, I did mention earlier on how I would really like a Lamborghini in my life, so you know what, we're going to go for the Diablo. Funnily enough, I've just noticed this, Driveclub remembered that the last time I used it in purple. I just thought that was really odd, it remembered. And also, it's got the S13Ps on, which looks really cool. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. We're going to go ahead, use the Diablo, and use the final variation of the track and see what it's like. Holy shit, that looks so nice at night with the city skyline in the background all alight. That actually looks fucking gorgeous. Holy shit. Oh my god. Imagine this in VR, oh my fucking Christ. Legit taken back by the graphics there for a second. It looked just madness, that looked actually insane. Anyway, now we're obviously in the Lamborghini Diablo. I was about to say Glado then. I'm literally just taken back. Like, every time I come on this game after I haven't played it for a while, I just get taken back by the graphics, the physics, the sounds. Like, everything about this game is absolutely phenomenal, and I'm so goddamn excited to see what Evolution Studios do at Codemasters, obviously under their wing, because this is just fucking phenomenal. I was hugging the corners right now, this thing, oh my god, back end out, holy shit. I'm actually struggling to control it for a second, that's a corner, oh my god. I just love this game. I actually just love this game, like, I could just drive around this track all day. Like, there's a few games which I'll just go on and I'll just drive. I think Horizon comes to mind. Like, Horizon's one of those games where I will literally just go on and drive. And I feel like this Driveclub, it's in the fucking name. It's actually in the name. It's one of those games where you can just get on and just drive. And with that being said, we are now coming up to the final kind of stretch. It's game over. That is it for the second video on the new Driveclub DLC. What did you guys think of the whole DLC pack itself? What did you think of the video? Let me know down in the comment section down below. So if you guys enjoyed this video, if you did, make sure to go ahead and hit the like, subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. You guys have been awesome. Stay safe and peace.